Okay, it looks like we're live, so welcome back. Today I'm going to be continuing to work on Twix. Put the link over there. Twitch sends me notifications. All right. So basically it's like a Twitter clone, essentially, but it's meant to be the front end is gonna be in the terminal, right? So it's not using the web at all. We're just completely ignoring that, pretending like it doesn't exist. Um, so what we've got so far, we have like most of the foundation is kind of there. There's a few things I forgot to implement in the last stream. Yo, Tim, how you doing? What is up? Let's see here. Yeah, so we have a few things here. I'll just go through each one. So post, we'll create a post. Right now, it just appends it to an array. I'm gonna have some database. I'm not sure what that's gonna be yet, but that can really come way later because it doesn't make a big difference. But we have post that will create a post. That's a command. So it kind of works like IRC chat rooms, I think, is what they are. If you've ever used those, doing good. I'm doing pretty good as well. Yes, indeed. Have you worked on anything recently? Feed, so that gets like the feed. For now, it just returns all the posts, and it will probably do that. So I've been thinking, like, how would an algorithm work? Things like that. I'm not sure if I need to do that. We'll see. But I'm thinking we could just have, like a following feed where it's users that you're following, and just the newest post, or the newest post from everyone, or the top post, or some sort of top post. Digging into Rust. Okay. Small web API. Axum. Is that a Rust thing? Like a library? Okay. I don't use Rust, so I haven't heard of this one. Very cool. And how is it? How do you like Rust? What do you think about the borrow checker? Okay, fetch. So that just gets a specific post, which I need to implement this, but we'll get to that. That's kind of what the start of this will be. Comment, well, that will create a comment on a specific post. And I guess I could go over the post structure. So it has an ID, which for now, it might stay like this. I'm not sure. It's just incrementing, right? So it's like starts at 0, then 1, 2, 3. Content, so this is just the post. The author, which isn't used yet. The likes, and then comments, which is just an array of posts, right? So you can have one comment, and then since that's a post, that can have comments as well, just like on Twitter. Because the point is, it's supposed to be a Twitter clone, essentially. I do have some ideas to differentiate it, though, but that'll come down the line. Like, of course, that just likes a post, and that's all that there is now. So we need the ability to follow somebody, so that'll be another command, which I'll actually show using this in a second. So you have to be able to follow, and then you also have to be able to view a user's their feed, right? Their profile. So some way to do that, which I'm not sure yet, but that's kind of important, right? Because if you have a specific user, you want to just go through their post, you would want that. So that's the idea. There isn't like a user. There's not the concept of a user yet. Um, but it will come. So this, instead of being a string, it's going to be a structure, and there's going to be a few things with that. To like the error checking capabilities, in general, it feels more like fighting the compiler rather than writing code, right? But you don't know how to feel about that. Okay, interesting. I mean, I've used it some, right? I wasn't a big fan, but I think it's one of those things where you kind of, once you use it a lot, where you know where you're going to be fighting with, then it becomes really nice to use. But I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, so I can start it up. So, I haven't done anything since the last stream, so NC it's 8080, I believe. I should put the port in here. And we'll just echo test. Right, so that's gonna be not a valid command, of course. So let's do feed, and there should be nothing. Not a valid command. Oh, do I have to do this? Yes, okay. Why didn't it end? Oh, there is supposed to be that. Wait. Is it broken now? I think maybe it's because there's nothing. So let me create a post. Pass. Do you have to pass anything else? I don't remember. Post? No. Yeah, post message. Okay, so we did that, and then can we get the feed? No. Oh, because you have to put a number with it. I forgot about that. Okay, because that's like the page number. All right, so we just created a post. So that's how it works basically, and you can comment on it and everything like that. It's pretty self-explanatory how it works. So you have a command, and there's a few different attributes I can go with it. But use printf rather than echo. Echo is weird sometimes. Well, it actually wasn't the issue with echo, so it was fine. I'm gonna get rid of this. Hopefully, I'm gonna do that today, and I'll make like um a way to do it from a program, and then I'll build a TUI on top of that. But for now, I'm just using that because it's easy to test with. Okay. But yeah, I could use printf. So first of all, I need to implement this. So I was thinking like, how is it going to work with comments? You know, because let's say you want to like a comment. Let me create a comment actually with this. It will be comment on post 0, so it's a 0 with post, and we'll just do it. This is a comment, right? And that creates a comment. And now when we get the feed, we have the comment on there. And then let's say you want to create a comment on this comment, right? How would you do that? So I was thinking something like this, right? A dash, and then you put the comment index, right? And obviously this will be obfuscated from the user because it'll be like an interface, of course, as you'd expect. So what about a comment on that one? So another dash, right? So that's kind of how it's going to look. So it'll be like that. And I think this will be fine, and it should be easy enough to do that. Right, so that doesn't work now. Can't convert that to an integer. So we have to, split it by these, by the dashes, and then we can just kind of traverse, traverse the depths of the comments. So that'll be for all of them, right? Because fetch, that is going to take a post ID, which would include the comment ID, with the dashes. Same with comment, and the same with liking. And those I think are that's the only time you would need any of those. Which then maybe I could even use post instead of having a separate comment command. It could be post, which would probably make sense, but so I might do that. That probably makes a lot of sense. Yeah, so kind of update post to just work like this. So I'll implement the comment and then I'll just switch it over because there's no need of having two of the same thing. So I will do that. But first, so we'll start with the comment because we already have this now. So if that is there, not enough arguments, okay. That is fine. And then we get the ID. So we can't do it like this. We need to kind of parse it out, and then we'll get the post. And that post is what we are going to do here. So we'll do like get the message and then post post equals. So I'll make a function for this. And what's it going to be? So it'll be like parse parse ID, right? Parse post ID, something like that. And we'll pass words 1. So it'll just be a string, I think. And then we can just, since it's a global variable now, and it'll be a database in the future, it should be easy enough to update it. Like all the posts. So the first one, know nothing about Go, but is there some sort of valued enums? There is, right. So you can do iota, right? It's not actually a function, but this is like essentially what they have close to enum. So I think that's the syntax, but I think that. And then I think it just continues. I believe. Let me see. Let me comment this out because I messed it up. I have a formatting. Okay, so I guess that is how you do it. Yeah, but that's all that there is. So there's not valued, but yes. Yeah, so it wouldn't work because this is fine though. Because you can't attach a string value to it. There might be a package for that though. Like how Python has. So we'll move this into there. We'll need this as well. Parse post ID. Not like necessary, but just not, yeah. Yeah. I get it. But yeah, Rust has that, right? Where you can attach a value to it. Rust has some nice things like that. Nice enum stuff. So we need to split. I think there's like strings.split, right? Strings.split. Yeah, just like that. So that's what I want to do. So this takes a string. which how do you define it? Yeah, yeah. So this is the IDs. Well, think about how it would be named because like IDs would be after we do string spots. So on this, we'll split it by dashes. Walmart soda. Yes, exactly. How you doing? Enjoy to live. I was thinking of a way to shorten the name, but then Walmart soda. Yes, exactly. So split the IDs, and then so this will be just like ID string, like something like that. I'll rename it. And then we have each of those. So this will be an array of strings, and then for each one, think about how to structure the loop for the IDs. Then we'll have like a current post equals. Well, well, well. Hey, Pra, how you doing? How you doing? Finally made it. Current post will be post. We'll just grab that for now. And then we'll set the current post, and we can just keep changing. It might have to be a pointer. And this has to be that. So we need to parse this. I'll have to think about how to check this, so we'll come back to that. So convert the ID, and then we'll set current post equals. I actually might have to do the first one first, because then it goes to the comments, right? Current post comments, but it's because it's like an index. It is an index, but so this might need to be parsed first, the initial one. So I'll work on removing repetition later. What is it that you're building? So it's I'll put the link. Let me see here. Basically, it's a Twitter clone, but it's not using the web at all. So it's all in the terminal. So is it running right now? It is not. So it's not gonna work. It's not gonna compile right now. But basically, you pass commands. So like as you can see here, I can zoom in a little. And you can like create a post. And this is just a temporary. There will be an actual interface later on. We can create a post, and you can view a feed, and you can comment and things like that. And then it just stores the messages. So it works like how Twitter works or X, whatever you want to call it. Basically. Where was I at? Right here. So yeah, and then the current post will be, oops, pretty cool. Yes, sir. So this is not right. Can I convert to integer? This is always going to be the first one, and this could also be the n. So yeah, we want to ignore the first one, which I'm not sure how you do that. Also, this is correct. That looks like range. I forget how to do it. I'll set it like that for now, and then I will fix it. Don't need that. So ID is a string. And then we have two things named ID. So this is like, can't call it that. Okay. So convert it there. And this is the string. How do you do the... I remember there's, yeah, something like that. So it was like what I wrote. I think let's do the length. Let me just do that. See, I think I need to actually do the range because we have to start at the first one. So we'll do something like that. How do you get the learning in? Like this. I need to rename the variables, but because this is very confusing naming, but something like that. Because we want to skip the first one because we did this, or we could remove it from the array, but I don't think I want to do that. So that just changes the current post, and then I'll keep going through until we get to the end. And then this shouldn't trigger at all if there's only one. Which this might not work. So this might throw an error. Let me see what errors we get. Too many values. Oh, okay. So this will just return post.comments. What is it? Oh, it's an array. Okay. Post.comments. This is just post. And what else? That is undefined, so we can't do that. We'll come back to that. Undefined words. Where did I use that? Yeah, just get rid of this. Find ID. Oh, here, okay. Because this is gonna be just post. I'm gonna come to the comments there. 99, what else? Oh yeah, right here. Should have read the rest of that. I don't have to run it every time, but post.comments is undefined. Type bool. Oh shoot. Okay, yeah, because this is supposed to return the post. So yeah, we'll return post and that. And if we just return post as well as true. I think I can do this, but I might want to make it a pointer and just return nil. Which I need to check the error as well, but we'll do that after. One variable. For now, I'm going to undefined ID. Where am I still using ID? Oh, here. Okay, and then this is not right. So how do you do that? Um, let me read about it. I forgot. Flashbang. I thought there was like dot syntax. Mm, how do you call that? All right, can I just do like for this equals 0, that was less than, well, equals 1. All right, I don't think we've plus plus, so okay. And let me see. I don't expect it to work right now. Oh, 0 does not exist. Okay, let's create a post. Okay, and then add a comment to that. And let me see if it worked. Feed did not work. Okay. So, whoops. Let's see why. Let me handle the error, see if it is printing out any errors. So, yeah, we'll do it okay, and if not okay, then return false and just print out. Would not parse. And try that. So we have to create the post again and then do this. No errors. Okay, so it just didn't work. Can I print out the post that we get? All right, so it does get the post. It doesn't append to it. Because this is the comments of the post, this array here. Comment is create the comment, and let me print the comment. Oh, because we have to, because it's not a pointer to the post, it's a copy. So we need to actually, yeah, we gotta do that. So how do you do all of that? Something like that. I don't remember the syntax. And then the current post is pointer to that. And then I don't think we have to change anything else. Is it like a star? Okay, yeah, then we can just return nil here. Except we don't really need the error thing. We can just check if it's nil, so we can get rid of the okay. But I'll do that. Okay, and not right. Post. Okay, did it work? Okay, there we go. And then can we comment on this one? This is the comment. You can know. There we go. Okay, so that works. So we can place it like that now. And y'all get rid of the, let's see, get rid of the boolean. And we'll just check it's nil. That made sense anyway. I should have done that to start with. Should be 8. And then okay, so we need to update this. So this comment will be replaced with post, but I'll do that after because it'll work the same way. Well, actually, it's not going to because we have to append to this. So maybe I won't change that, at least not for now. There is a way to do it, but I'll do it later. So we need to add this here so we can do the same thing. And then we don't have that ID at all. And this not right. The post likes. Right, and that should be it. So that kind of replaces the whole function. Let's create a post, comment on it. Whoops. Okay, that didn't work because I did it wrong. Could not parse, so that failed. Why is that? That worked. Oh, okay, because it. So I need to update that error message because that's not right. Because it's not that it couldn't parse. All right, now if we get the feed, we have that, and let's light 0. Okay, and then what? 1. No, not right. 0, 1. 0, 0. Okay, and that works. So we can do that. So yes, we can comment on comments and like comments and all that. And I think that's the only place that we have the IDs, at least for now. We need to fetch. So we can do fetch. This just prints all posts. We don't want to do that. We want to get the post and then just print out that post, which actually we need the whole thing. I'll update all the error messages later. And print out the post, and that should be it, I think. We do have to check and make sure there is 2 arguments. And what was that for? That was for fetch. So we'll create post, comment 0, 0, comment 0. And we'll get the feed, and fetch 0 gets that, just like that, which it is a pointer. So we'll have to take that into account when we do stuff later. 0, 0, and that fetches just the comment. Perfect. Okay, so that works. And I will commit that. Feature and posting for comments and self comments. Yeah, sure. Okay, so that should be good for that. So we need the ability to follow, which that will come later, I think, because there's no users yet. So you'd be following nobody. And I was thinking, right, the username. On Twitter, you have like a handle, which is your username, and then you have a display name. I don't want to do all that, so I'm just going to have the username as your display name. So whatever you pick for that will be what is displayed. I think that'll be fine. So that could even be your ID. So I don't know that there might be a reason to make an ID anyway, but it might just be able to be the username, and as long as it's unique every time. But I'm not going to implement users yet. That'll come later. So is there anything else that is needed before? Otherwise, I'll start working on the client, so I don't have to use this. I think that's it. So liking, commenting, viewing users, that'll come. That's what I was just talking about. So fetch is that. I think that's it. So, viewing users and following users. Okay, so that should be okay. Also, I need to update this so that I'll do this with the client, alongside it. We need to actually return stuff to the client because right now it just prints it out, which obviously isn't very useful. So let's do that. So let me start on a client. I think I can just do that. Client. Okay, package client. Can I do this? And then import format. We'll do function client. So this is actually really a separate thing that needs to be compiled separately. So maybe I'll make a subdirectory for it. And there's no printf, so print line, or something like that. Let me try this. So this can even be main because I'm going to quit out of this and move it. Move. And then can I do this from here? Because this will have the client and the server. So it's client. Okay, it looks like that works. And go run client echo. Missing import path. Let me open the client here now. Wrong one. I don't know what's up with my new one. Yeah, this has to be like this. I don't know what that means. Perhaps I should separate them both into directories. So there will be, yeah, that. So make this server and then just move everything that's here. So go.mod. We'll leave a license here, of course. Main.go into server. And we can do that. I just main instead of package client, maybe. Yes, that's actually probably what it is. Good point. Yeah. Main.go is no longer available. Oh yeah, because I moved it. That makes sense. Right that. Yes. No. Go run. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Tim. Yes. I don't know what's up with that. This doesn't do it now, just when it's oh, it does. What is this? Something in the, I'm not gonna, okay. Yeah, so this is, I'll rename it to server later. So this is the server, and then this will be the client. So let me look at Golang net. So I have the server, I think it's like net.dio. Yeah, right here. So TCP, and then we'll have this be passed in. So I was thinking as well, this is kind of like a blog service. Like that's basically what Twitter is a microblog. So if the users implement some sort of permissions for it, so you have like users that are allowed to post and users that aren't or something, somebody could take it and use it as like their own blog. And I think that could be cool, where it's like you're the only person that's allowed to post. So then everything that is posted on there is you posting it, and then others can view it and like it and comment if you want them to, but they can't actually create a post. Um, and that could be interesting. And then, yeah, I'll talk about this later. So net.dial. So that should be pretty much all that has to be done, and then we just read from it. read from whatever it returns. So that's the file. Yeah, local host. And again, this will be chain. Um, yeah, this will be passed in by the user. I'm not going to the error yet. I just want to make sure it works. And then error. Yeah, so I did this already. Reader, read, HTML. And we need this and that. And then ignore the error. Like that out. Let me have my split this like that. Server, go run. We have that. And then go run client. Oh yeah, I have to pass the connection to the reader, of course. Connect. All right. And yeah, so we didn't read from it because we didn't send anything. So that's what that's for. Okay, yeah. Right to it. Right to the connection. So let's just do code. Well, let's do feed 0 and it should be nothing. With a new line. Yeah, new line. Have to add that. Perfect. Okay, so that worked. Message received. And this will return instead of printing it out, but for now it prints it out. So we can just make functions for each of these things, and it'll be like a library. And then I'll make a TUI. I might use, what's it called? Golang, it's like bubble T. Yeah, I think that's the TUI thing. I haven't used it. I wanted to use it. So I don't think I used it. I might have, but I don't believe so. For making TUIs, right? And I think I'll probably use this. I don't know that I will get that ready today. I think I'll make the library for interacting with it, and then that will be it for today, likely. So another 40 minutes or so, half an hour. But yeah, so I'll probably use this. Let me give it a star, actually, because I don't think I have. Unless it's bad, then I'll remove the star. But I don't think it is. So that'll be the idea. So it's going to be a TUI, but could be you could make other interfaces as well. So I was talking about in the last stream, could do like an Emacs interface, and then that's like a GUI. I think you can render images. I think you can do that, and then that opens up some possibility because you can't really do that in the terminal. Yeah, that'd be fun. And then I can use eLisp, use Emacs. That'd be cool. Cool to do that. And Flashbang. So I think I'll probably do that just because I think that'd be fun. And then there could be a web one as well, JavaScript if you wanted to, or anything. I don't know why you would want this, but you could also do a web interface. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Which I might do that just because then I could, if I hosted the backend somewhere, then make a web interface that could just be hosted on GitHub pages or whatever. And then that's a way that people can view it. So like, then it's easier. You don't have to go in and download anything or whatever. It's just on the web. So I think that'd be useful to have for showcasing. So I'll probably do that at some point in the future. I don't want to, obviously not now because it's not ready, but so just every command needs to have something, have a function that we can call. So feed, something like that. And this takes an argument, which will be the page name. And we can just basically do this. Oh, and take all of them take a connection. So this should be, I should make it a method. So I'll make like a structure or something, but I won't do that yet. But you actually can render images in the terminal. Ooh, okay. I'm not familiar with this. But not every terminal supports it, right? So that's kind of, you could have it detect the terminal though, I guess. That could be cool. I might look into that. What the heck? No, kitty, right? This is very hard to find. matrix, fine. It has images, image previews. Maybe I should just make my own terminal. So does it show an example with images? Mm, no example. You don't know if there's any. Images. They do work. Okay, I will look into that. I'll look into how this works. Thank you for that. I'm gonna bookmark. I'll just bookmark this and I'll remember. I will do that. Okay. I still want to do the Emacs because that'd be fun, I think, but perhaps that. Oops. Connection, which is and just do that. And that's basically it. I don't think this would be. I'll just use this as it can detect. So then we should be able to do go feed on 0. So actually, this is going to be a library. It's not going to be a package, the client. But then there will be the TUI. So I'll worry about that later, compiling as the library and stuff. So how would that work actually? But that works. Okay, cool. So we can do that. And then what other commands? I just want to. Yeah, that's where it'd be nice to have the enums because then I can just take that. But I've missed one post. I think I could use. It's fine. It's not too many. I feel like this was the hardest way to do that. Okay, post. So we have feed now. Post. Post. Which has some stuff. Handle fetch. Handle comment. I might rename these, but for now, that good enough. So, handle post. What arguments does this have? This has the message and the just has the message, right? Because it just creates it. Yeah. So that's all. So connection, they all have this. That's why it should be a method of sorts. But I'll do that. It doesn't matter. Content needs a string. Fetch just has the post. So this needs to be parsed as well. Well, no, we just send that. So this can just be a string that we pass. Which, yeah. So this will be a post, which is a string. So it looks like what I was posting before, like that. So just pass that. Okay. I'll add documentation to make it clear how to use it. Comment has the same thing, but then it also has the content, which I think you can do something like this. No, and like this and this and post. Okay, and this should compile. Perfect. And simple enough, right? It's actually not that complicated, so maybe this won't take very long. Post. Yeah, they aren't all the same, so I can't actually reuse the same functions. This one still only has one. Oops, I have to update this. Fetch the post. Oops, comment on the post with content. Like post. All right. And we can do then handle like connection. Well, okay, we have to create a post first. So handle post. is a post. And then we want to write 0 is 1. And then we'll handle feed. Maybe I should pass a string just so it's consistent, because it really doesn't matter either way. But also, I'm not sure. I'll just make it an integer for now. Okay, this is a post. So it did that. So the fetch doesn't. I need to do that. It's supposed to show the post, like print it out over here. I think I messed up. Page num. See, it's posting it over. Oh shoot, it is posting it over and over again. So what if I do? Yeah. So it does post it over and over again, which makes sense. Why does it stop working after that? Oh, we have to do a connection of those as well. But I think that might be causing issues. It does end though, which closes it, but the status. Oh yes, we have to actually do this every time. Still should be printing it out though. Do we have to create the connection every time? Because we can. I don't know much about them. You have to. Is that what the issue is? Issue with flushing. Okay. Do you have to call flush then? Flush. New one. Do we have to make all of this? What is this? Is this a package? Dial. Why is it orange or yellow? What the heck is this? Dial, right. Set linger. Oh, this returns an error. I didn't know that. I can try that, but it does return an error. It doesn't have that. It's their linger. It's not a TCP connection. Oh, okay, so that's why they cast it. How do you do that again? I forgot that was casting syntax. I named them backwards, but that's all right. Set linger only has integer. Didn't change that. Set write buffer. I don't understand what this means exactly. Perhaps I would just create a new connection each time, and I'll worry about optimizing it later. Obviously, I don't need to do that. And then close it. And this can just return from the output. I do need to handle the error, but I won't do that yet. Which I could just return the error along with it. Then they will all just have that same syntax. So yeah, we don't need any of the output yet, so I won't handle that. I do have to update the signatures. That's how you call that. No variables. Oh yeah, so I can get rid of this thing. I'll take a look at some of that stuff off screen. Okay, and there we go. So that works. Good enough for now. Probably not ideal. So post, and then we can handle comment. So we put the post number, which is a string. Well, I think it's comment right there. And do the feed. Right, I'm gonna reset the server and then run this. And why does it do this? Oh, because it's printing out what it returns. No, it shouldn't be printing that out. Prints it out on the server. I am stupido. Which I'm gonna return. Which maybe I'll update that now. But that seemed to work. So yeah, we need to, instead of returning message received here, we want to return response. I will have a response. And we'll write that. Let me just do this. And as a command, return the string as well. And that'll just be the response. How do you like that? Which I think it can be empty. Comment, like, subscribe. Yes, exactly. Let me there will be, well, it's gonna be follow instead of subscribe. Yes. Do this. Do that for sure. But yeah, same thing. Now I got lost. Okay. So this message. I don't know that we can set it like this though. So maybe we have to. Do we have an S printf? I don't know if it's capital or not. We'll see. Um, so message is a string, so this already works anyway. Well, do we want to return? I think this really just want to return created successful. And here, yeah, we want to actually return the post. So, oops. Let me see this compiles. It does not. Not enough return values, of course. We'll just return. I should return this error message. For now, I'll just return nothing. Because then I have to update it everywhere. And I'm not going to do that yet. Still has the Emacs code. Is it really still there? Oh, but it ended. Why is it still there if it ended? I forgot about that. I might do it anyway. Nice. I forgot about that goal. Did I really never do that? I thought I used Emacs for a long time. Yo, Stam is here. W. The whole gang. Not quite, but how you doing, Stam? Like this? Yeah, so we just set row is equal to like successful and comment. Yeah, again, the comment posted successfully. 2 streams. Well, there was one a few days ago and then one like 2 weeks before that. So really, it was two. I don't think you were at. Maybe you were there. Don't recall. All right, run this. So now let's actually get the message in here. Res and error with your own handle. Turns out you had notifications disabled. Wow. Okay, I see how it is. I see. And let's bring it out. Print the res each time. Okay, so the feed did not work. Did print it over here though. These work, which is good. I see how it is. Turn off the notifications because you didn't care. Yes, true. Yeah, ban. We'll just ban real quick. Whoops. Joking. Crap channel. Truth me. Oh, I think this returns it, right? So you have to do that. There we go. Looks a little silly. I don't know what the extra is about. Oh, shoot. Hmm. Rust devs are hating. True. Rust devs just can't handle the go. Triggering. We're triggering. We need a trigger warning. So if we fetch an individual one, does it look more normal? Oops, not right. We should, okay, we'll move on. Which maybe, well, tiger or a deer. When you are the lion, the deer will hate you. That is good wisdom. Answer, pra. Hurry. What are you waiting for? Tiger or deer? And actually, we do print line for this. So yes. Why did it? Oh, because it's the whole thing. So it's the same thing. I don't know what the extra means. Let's create another post. We run it again. Right, so that one continues getting bigger. And this one, oh, this one does too because we keep adding comments to it. Okay. Suspicious pause. Whoa, he's gone. Have a physics exam tomorrow. Wow. Okay. We see where your priorities are. Joking. Okay, so that continues to grow. What does the extra mean? I don't understand the meaning. It doesn't really matter. So I was thinking, should it return JSON? Bro avoided answering. True. Uh, should it return? Because like in JSON, Golang has marshalling. Uh, Marshall JSON. So that might be useful from the library perspective. Right. Let me get an example, please. Example text. Let's see. Unmarshal JSON. Yeah, so you just call this, and then it can, marshal and unmarshal. So you can go from and to JSON. So it might be useful to return that. I didn't even notice that. What the heck? Why did your brain convert it to tiger? Mine did too, I guess. Kano utils. That's a good idea. Kano utils. So I have it in here, not in this profile. Excuse me? What is this? Gone. Why did Kano utils not come up? Do. Where is it? It's not in the, it's in your, yeah, right here. Allow you to avoid answering for now. Where were we at with this? I don't recall. It's been a year? Wow. Remove. There's 7 open pull requests. I mean, get on that. What are we waiting for? Man, it was that long ago? Really? I thought that was, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, what needs to be implemented still? We have issues, I guess. Re-implement those. Yeah, no, I don't think I'm gonna work on those. No, I'm good. Maybe eventually though. That was fun working on that. Very cool. Into the Rolling Stones. W. Whoops. I'm not that into music. So, I mean, I know of most of the major musicians or whatever, but yeah, my sister likes the Rolling Stones or some of them. Mick Jagger is so good at. Was he the singer? All right, so that's good. So this works. That might be it. Might be it. Let me think. Right. What was the thing I was saying needs to be done with it? Oh yeah, so it'll return JSON and then we'll just convert it to a struct. And then we'll have um yes, we'll need that. Conv has a sister? Yes. New info just dropped. Wow, there's so much. So much you guys don't know. And I need to not say it, for mysterious purposes. Mystery. Older sister. She's older than. Crazy info. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. I'll commit this. I should have committed actually when I moved everything. Which I can do that now. So git add a server. Mm-hmm. How do you do that? Yeah. Git commit. You have a sister too. Wow. We'll be triangulating your position. I mean, Stam already knows. Well, I guess not exactly, but we'll move to server. Then we will make a sham feature add basic summary, which it isn't a library, but irregardless. Okay, very cool. New Hampshire, yes. No, not from there. But that's where we're going. That's where we're going. When we're all meeting, when we have um the live concert, that's where we'll meet. Make a reading. Let's see, flips. Twitter bot terminal. That's it for now. I won't add any more information. I need to add docs. So we'll have that won't be in the README, but for the library, it'll have its own. It'll have its own README, right? Markdown file. Wow, it's the same thing as here. Very cool. Star. So that'll be it. That's all I'm gonna write today. Also starts with new, but then it's like that word, right? I don't understand what you mean by this sentence. I do not understand. You don't know either. Okay. Wow. Now accepting connections. Import. We do this. Or, no. Can you do print f1? Dang it. Let you. Whoa. Okay. Let's not dox the LinkedIn. The LinkedIn. I guess you know pretty accurately where I am then, because that information is on there. 8080. Like not the address, but no leaking. Yes, no docs. Bro sob. Why are you sobbing? Stam is a stalker. That's true. Stam's actually a Russian agent, CIA, uh, KGB. Yeah, that's fine. It has the colon, but that's all right. Now accepting connections. Very cool. This is very nice. Let me add that. Use LinkedIn. Well, you have to use LinkedIn, right? I don't know that that's really short, but I'll call it that anyway. Um, to start off message. Bam. W. A good profile. W. Only a pen. Done with this now. Don't need that. So this is a nicer way of interacting with it programmatically. So the next stream, I'll do some of the marshalling stuff here, and then I'll make a user interface with bubble T. So like a TUI, right? TUI, however you want to say it. Which I haven't used, so we'll see if that's nice. Bubble T. I think you use that, right, Pro? Oh, Stam used it. TUI. I don't remember. I don't recall everything. Oh, you both used it for the chess thing. Is that what you were doing? What was that even called? Is that under your? I forgot that you. I forgot all about that. Don't mark this. You both used it. Right. It's under here, right? Where's the chess? What was it called? Lit chess? Oh, right here. Perfect. I do have it started. I'm not gonna look at. Not gonna. Well, I will look at it, but where's the TUI part? TUI. There we go. Yeah, I haven't used it, so you hated it so much. Stan's fault. What about it did you hate? The Go part? The bubble tea part? The TUI part? The chess part? What was it? The Go part. Okay, fair enough. Mm, LinkedIn profile. Okay, you hated Go. So what about Go did you hate? You just like Rust. Bro is just a Rust fanboy. Go is so disgusting. Wow. Okay, we see how it is. Uh, Going to pull up a thing. What's your I forgot what your GitHub username was. Flashbang. Where is it? Bro is so irrelevant. Joking. The syntax. Cole pseudo. There we go. Is it Cole? Let's see. Do you have any AI stuff on here right now? Wow, okay. My internet die? No, still going. I pause it over here. Uh, yes. What? Where is it? What are we looking at here? Genres? Oh, right. This is your genre thing. Of course. The detects music genres. Can I start this? I did. There's no readme. What am I supposed to look at? Do you have? Let me go back to the overview. Yeah, nothing. Man, I don't know what's going on. Why is it slow? Don't run this. It'll leak your IP to FBI and blow up the PC. Okay. I mean, that's fine. That's uncommitted. Yeah. Let's see. What else did you have here? Config. What is this? I don't recall. I don't know if I've looked at it. Might not have talked about it. Speech sauce. This must have been something. Research or something. Pod. Raycasting. Librego. Oh, I remember this. Fine, low bro. Comes already. Yeah, I'm already an FBI agent. Okay. So yeah. All right. All right, buddy. Copy of that. Okay. Raycasting. True. That's actually what it was, right? Written in Rust. And let's go back to Prague. Pdum. Open that up. And let's see. Let's see. What's Librego? Yes, CSGO clone. C++. What the heck? Bro, use C++? Or was it just C marked as C++? It's a little chop. Rose. I'm gonna look at it anyway. Where's all the... Where's the content? Thinking of making a video once you finish the AI project. You should do that for sure. And clickbait. AI is gonna take your jobs, and this proves it, right? You're not looking to rent. Okay, I'm gonna look at that now. Render. Uh-huh, uh-huh. And let's compare it to this. What the? There's nothing here. I don't know how recognizable you'll be after 4 months. Okay, well that's fine. As long as it's the same channel, I don't think. What's even going on here? Rust is kind of ugly. No offense. This part's ugly. Yours is more advanced. Truth nuke. But it's pretty objectively true that it is. Um, Need to wait for the runny nose to go away? Well, I mean that's fine. Maybe that makes it more interesting. What was that? I was thinking about this. What was his name? Wasn't he replaced by AI? Fire ship? I thought I heard somewhere that it was like the videos are now completely AI. I started playing. I don't know. I don't have desktop audio on, so you didn't hear that. I'm not gonna play it, but is that true? Or am I thinking of someone else? Because then it's like you got replaced by AI. All of a sudden, you're into AI and you start talking about it. Maybe you're replaced by Grok. Can I please replace you with AI? Yes, please do. All Rust. Let's compare. Let's compare. I don't know why GitHub's so slow. Nothing else is slow. Most used languages C++. Wow. Notice how there's no Rust. Beetle Ram. Truth. Truth nuke. Why is it slow? All right. C++, which is really C, so HTML, Go, Ruby, C. Is there any Rust? Has Pra used Rust? Java. What the heck? What are we doing here? I don't think there's any Rust. Yeah, you notice. Of course. And is there any C in here? Let's see. Go, Python, Go. Man, a lot of Go. TypeScript, gross. Disgusting. Oh, there is C. Look at that. Beautiful. I remember this Quadris. First thing you posted. All right, well, let's do that now. Calculator. All right, let's take a look into the Java code. Source. This better be good. It's so bad. No, it's good. Main.java. Wow. Beautiful. Why is there so much spacing? What is this? You didn't know for loops. Well, we've all been there. I remember I made a game um, in C sharp. It was like Unity or whatever. Way a long time ago. I was like 13 or whatever. So like Pra's age. Pra's older than that. And I didn't know for loops existed, but there was something. So I did similar thing. Why is all the spacing though? Do you have a nickname on Steam that mentions you're 11? Bruh. Stam is 11 years old, confirmed. You don't know. You don't know about, like, is this a formatter thing? What's going on? This one is double. I wonder how this would come about. You were 9 back then. Bro was a child. Bro was little. When was this? 3 years ago? Bro is 12? Confirmed? Interesting. Bro joined here just to do nothing. What else? Calculator. Pro is not 12. Oh, you uploaded it later on. Okay, I see. We're on to you, Pro. P-text. Of course. From Quebec. Research projects in French. Pause. Ready? Should we look? Okay. I've just been messing around. Tic-tac-toe. Very nice. Gradle. Bro forced Gradle. Borderless Minecraft. C sharp. Yeah, no Rust. Not a single mention of Rust. Very interesting. Very interesting. And here, very few mentions of any good languages. It's all Rust. Cactus has just vanished. True. Seems like people vanished, like Noah vanished, and then he came back. So, and a few other people as well. Wow, a lot of TypeScript here. A lot of TypeScript. What's that about? JavaScript? This is a JavaScript thing, right? No, yeah, that was kind of like aura disappearance. All slap languages. That's what I'm saying. It's like, is there a single good one? Bro forgot to use good languages. Mara Murray. No. What is this? Oh, someone who disappeared? No, I've not heard about that. You read it recently. Bro cannot use good. Yeah, there's like two mentions of a good language. There was C. Maybe there's only one. C. And Go's alright, I guess. And see, this doesn't count because it's a float. Go is good enough. What was it? What about this story? And Rust. Sure. Sure, bro. Sure, bro. Let's see. 21-year-old nursing student disappeared after a car crashed. See no surveillance footage. Okay. Taking a week off. Yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Much appreciated. So she like intentionally disappeared? I've been thinking about doing that. Just wipe everything off the internet and disappear. Start over. Move to Sweden. Regularly write articles. 2 articles. By the way, just by the way, in case you were wondering, start another collab project. Well, what could we do? Basically, she crashed. She was seen by a truck driver, told him it was all okay, and then nobody saw her again. Interesting. Start another collab project doing what? What do you want to do? Just by the way. You tell me. Education is so exciting. Why did you use that emoji? What's that about? Projects? Minecraft? Whatever happened to that? Hang on. Hold on. What happened to this? This was a year ago. It never came out. I never got to look at it. You said don't look at it. What happened, bro? I need to see it. Fabric MC module. What happened? We need to get cactus. Yeah, come on, hurry up. A year ago. What day exactly? August. So it's been over a year. A full rust crab? No way. With like a model and everything? And I'm not allowed to use it until it's done. So hurry up. Hurry up. Did I start? Yes. Issues. I did that. Just ask Copilot to write this for you. Copilot. People still use Copilot? I thought they moved on to something else. We all use female grok. Any entity. Custom Rust crab entity. Bro, when is it coming out? Write Cobb as a collaborator. I don't know about that. Just chat GPT. Since Cactus just left. I can't believe he would do that, you know? Bro just disappeared. Bro just dipped. So when is it going to be done? Just, yeah, ask chat GPT to do it for you. You have 3 days. You probably have to update a lot of stuff now because the versions, they've released a couple major versions, so everything's gonna be broken. Nah, yes. Yes. Hang on. Hold up. One moment. Start it again in 2 weeks, and then you have 3 days after that. Create a Minecraft mod that adds the Rust crab as a new mob. I don't know what it does. That dances around. And yeah, that's it. Using fabric. Let's see what it does. It's already in the yeah, but I want to see if it can work. 24 hours or there will be harsh consequences. Yes. We got to get the base of what it can do. Hurry up. What is this? ChatGPT actually has the worst interface I've ever seen. What is this? How does this happen? Chop chop. Uh, Ask it to write a verse about cob coding. No, I don't think we'll be doing that. I think it will know what it is, what cob coding is, if I turn on like search the internet or whatever. Interesting. Like, cause it can search. I wonder if it would find stuff out. Why can it? Why does it do this? I get that it's still generating, but oh, minimal working fabric mod. Minimal. What? This is a minimal mod. Still on Akinator? No way. I forgot about that, man. We've done so much stuff that I just forgot about. Is it done? Oh, I think it's done. Wow. Will this work? Hello, I'm just about to go, so bad timing. But bloatware. Brave AI, is it actually? I don't know how to use that. I want to see if it can do this. Hang on. How do you do web search? Tell me about Twitch streamer operating. Can it do it? Let me see. Whoa. Less. This is untrue. Blatantly false. No, I have to go. I have to go. You don't understand. Asking about Rust without Rust. Now tell me about famous, well-known YouTuber for Rust without Rust. The the Rust YouTuber. What the heck is this? Okay, it got this, but why are the images? Why these images? Well, we don't know. Full public biography. Wait, does it have that for me? It doesn't, right? Oh man. What if it just doxed me? That'd be crazy. Tell it I'm a wrestling guy. Confus? What does this mean? Wrestling, not rustigate. No, but it got the right stuff. Could align with your tastes. Oh, what is? Let me look. Let me look. Is this a thing? It's an AI. It's mostly true. I cannot find what you're talking about. Perhaps I am misunderstanding. What's his game number? True. What's his link? True. True. Saving up for the Emacs goal. How much? Well, it's not active, right? I might just do it anyway. Because you know, I wanted to. I don't think you were here, bro, when I was talking about it. But I'm gonna make a front end for the social media thing I'm doing that I'm using. But it'll be eLisp, so you run it in Emacs. Um, so then I'll have to use Emacs for that, and I'll use Emacs to make the interface. So then, I'll just use Emacs anyway once the TUI is done, ready. Okay, this is pretty accurate. I don't think yet is Don Hogan's real name. Does it know? Yes, do this. Do all the interviews. There's many of those. I don't want it to actually dox me. So we have to find out. Uh, archival interviews. Quickly, do it. Do it. Been thinking recently, your dream now is to play session guitar for bands for a couple $100 and do AI with a tie on my neck and a serious Wall Street. That's so like AI by day and guitars by night. And anything you have to just find it. We need to find this guy. Ask him. Okay, you're not even trying. His address. Aw. Okay, I don't want to do that. We're done with that. Moving on. You could actually find it if you look, by the way. Okay, yeah, I gotta go now. I must go. Uh, artificial idiotizing for those who are against AI. True. We are pro AI, but also anti AI at the same time. You insult me, I replace you with AI. In the future, it's going to be AIs that are live streaming programming to other AIs that are watching. It's already like that now, in some ways, because of bots. Let's see. Uh-huh. 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 You got that? AI tutorials. What? What about AI tutorials? C++? No, thank you. Loops in C. How do you make a for loop in C? Why is it on Learn C++? What? Such a typo. Yeah, nobody could know what you were saying. Interesting. So this is how you use C. I did not know this. Are you taking notes, Stam? You can finally use a good language? Send me that to Stam real quick. Send him the link. Ruled by the mega corporations who filled the internet with people of technophobic views, so they deleted their posts in order to provide small datasets to make AIs dumb to prove their position and fight the corpos who grew them. Yes. We fight back against the system. No. Make a goal to make Stam use C. Yes. Let's have Stam do something cool in C. Let's have Stam write a REST compiler in C. Very interesting. We should have that goal. Let me start it. How do you start one? I have infinite points, so I could just do it. He saw the vision. Binary trees. Very interesting. Very true. Very useful information. Thank you. See, this is way better than AI. You can just explanation. Let's compare. There's the rock emoji you unlocked for points. Oh, where is it? I don't know. This is my reaction to that information. I have to do the thing where it displays the chat on the screen again, because that is not there. All that is in order to max sales of AI plus yes, minimize the quality. They all kind of suck, let's be honest. Normal, yeah. You know, it feels like a lot of software has been getting a lot worse recently. Like every day you see Windows new thing that destroys your SSD or whatever, you know, and then Google doesn't work at all. Everything sucks. All right, give me the explanation. Let's see. Wow, wow. Which one's better? Dream job is replacing people with AI and seeing them suffer. Based? Yeah, this one's way better. Okay. I do have to go now. Read out the JK part. You forgot to put the JK part. Actually. How do you delete a message? I'm trying to delete it. Hire them to co-work and dev the AI to keep AI smart. Yes. Someone on YouTube is gonna think, yeah, Stam is actually, he hates people and he wants them to be replaced by AI, unironically. I thought you can delete messages, but I don't know how to do that. Okay, I do have to go. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.